about my brother's case because he's still in Turkey because he has been hidden there for over 3 weeks now, ever since we came back to Nigeria, because I'm in Nigeria currently in Abuja. Let me just call it expired. So the immigration police, they stopped us. They were like, where is our permit? So we told them that our permit has expired, so we are going to renew it on Monday, which they saw us on Saturday night. You get, so they were like, we are going to be detained because we didn't renew our Mujurant on time. We went to court on Sunday, which we told them, okay, we are going to renew our Mujurant. They checked everything. It was costly. The three of us is $10,500. We told them that we want to go back to Nigeria, so the expenses is too much, that we can't bear the expenses. They said, okay, they will book our ticket back to Nigeria. It wasn't a deportation. Again, but issue was there was a problem there because my second, they misplaced his passport there, so he cannot come back to Nigeria without passport. But the immigration, they took them to Turkey camp over 3 weeks now. Okay, so he has been trying to reach out, texting through telecom. He has been calling me, telling me things that he's tired. Yesterday, could you imagine? Yesterday he called me, said he's very tired, he must stab himself there. Please, you guys should help us and beg Nigerian embassy. They should help us and reach out. Let's know what's holding him. Turkey still misplacing passports, TV Ola. We sent them a photo of his passport, so they said they are going to book his ticket. Till now, up to now, we've been calling, texting, no reply. You guys should help us and beg Nigerian embassy to talk to them. Let's know the plans. They cannot be holding someone like that. They don't deal. I'm gonna help us tell them. I don't tire.
You don't tire. Every time you procrastinate the day when you come back. Now they don't still have 2 weeks again like this now. Please, you guys should help us reach out to the Nigerian embassy so they can allow him to come out. So
after all the suffering in Cyprus, so Cyprus suffered us. I spent 10 days in prison. My head is set. I know say life strong.
Nigerians, all things are possible.
Muna help us.
Everything has become new now. Don't worry.
Please.
Hello viewers, of course by now everyone would have known those guys, the Happy Boys. These are guys who had security guards in a particular eatery, I think so, or supermarket. And somehow during their duties, while they are observing their duties, while they are doing their duties, they started dancing. They are talented guys in dancing. And I believe also people who are like that could also do well in music. So somehow they were sacked because of their performances, how they entertain guests. That is not what they were called to do there. So this OPM Pastor Chibuzo saw them and took them to school in Cyprus. Cyprus is, I think there's part of it that is controlled by Turkey. Somehow later we had them doing videos saying the OPM pastor abandoned them. And in the video, there was no show of respect. And, coupled with other things other people have said about the pastor, somebody helped you, did visa for you, passport, and took you overseas. So, a lot of people felt bad. These guys are not grateful. Even if the pastor is not meeting up, as in terms of your schooling, there's a way you do the presentation. So it happened that the pastor now asked them, okay, they wanted to run him down, destroy his image. He asked them, okay, you guys should come to Nigeria. I think he sent money for their return, or I don't know how their ticket is. So he plotted their return. He said, come and school in one of these African countries. I can no longer afford your schooling in Cyprus. And this pastor is taking care of so many people. So he asked them to come back and school in Africa, which they did video again and opposed. And the way they do this arrogantly. Oh, because they have had their way, okay, somehow He's taking them outside. You cannot bring us back, this and that, especially this yellow one. So he gave them opportunity to return. They refused to return. And look at what he's saying. They have had problem with immigration. They are picked up and their papers seem to have expired. And he was talking about how he went to jail for prison for 10 days. And the other guy who looks a bit humble is still being held because of having his passport or visa problem. He's being held. And this one is crying out. And look at the person crying out. He's putting on dark eyeglass. You know, some people will see that as pride. Meanwhile, he's out. He said he's in Abuja. The other guy is suffering there. Passport misplaced or this or that. Meanwhile, let me tell you, please, if you can assist these people, Hembelembe, please, if you see this video, Human Rights Radio, help these guys, let them come back. They have learned their lessons. But for upcomers, please, for people who, you know, every incident is a lesson for the witness too. We that are witnessing it through the social media, we are learning. Learn to be grateful. Now they pushed the pastor aside, Pastor Chibuzo. He gave them opportunity to come back. After insulting him, after laundering his image, saying a lot of things about him, he still gave them the opportunity. Oh, come back and school in Africa. Learn to be grateful. Rather than being grateful, they insulted him. They did all sorts of things. People were divided on what was really happening. Some are like, oh, you know, it came to a point that he was using their talent. Something like that. We had something like that. As if he was using their talent. You know, can you imagine that? Now he get, okay, these guys are ungrateful. Please, guys, I know where I picked you from. I can't afford to take care of your schools. Come back to Nigeria. Come and stay in Nigeria. They said no. If you look at the video if you look at the video where they were telling him they can't. Oh my God. And look at how he covers. Putting on a spec. You know, the pride. Meanwhile, remember, these guys are children. Yeah, if you see them, look how that time Pastor Chibuzo saw them and decided to help them. These are kids. They should be forgiven. But then, look at. Pastor Chibuzo would have still looked their way. He gave them opportunity to come back. Please don't be ungrateful. Remember those who help you to the top. Remember those who help you to the top. Remember to respect them. I wonder why Pastor Chibuzo will send them there and be using them in Nigeria. I don't understand that. Remember people who help you. Respect them. Yeah, even if it comes to be that you are now wealthier, you are now in a better position, remember them. Even if you can't help them, respect them. I remember in the past, there are people who really, I think they did something bad to me in the past. Yes, in the name of helping me. But I don't like talking about their stories. When people ask me, I tell them, oh, forget, no. He's okay, he's fine, I'm fine. That is past tense. There are certain things you learn, be careful of what you say. Now, there are many Nigerians who can still help these guys. I believe, yes. But will they? Because of what they have seen. People see whatever you do. People are watching. And there are, you can just lock up your doors of favor by yourself. People shut doors around themselves. Shut themselves out from public assistance. So be careful of what you do. Meanwhile, I played with Nigerians who are in position to help this guy, to help the other guy. You write the Turkish embassy regards that. Those who are in position, help them. They have learnt their lessons. And you heard him say that. They have learnt their lessons. And not just they, people who followed the whole thing, there are certain things to learn from this. Or what do you think? Please share this video widely so that authorities, people who are in position to help them, will help them. I feel for them because they are kids. Yes. They don't understand what is life.